Now, is there any, we always talked a bunch about Chicopoo. What about on the solar side? I know you mentioned that you got like an MIT award or like competition or something. So is there any innovation on the solar side that you guys are doing as
Yeah,
well?
well, I mean, what you referenced when ETAJOULE was born, it was born out of the American-made solar prize, and that is DOE's attempt. There's this thing called Hero X, and is their attempt to build the Silicon Valley of energy into the future. So that is, we won round four of the competition with a team out of MIT, Dr. Elise Strombach and Kyle. I mean, Dr. Kyle Wilke and Aaron, and these are all a bunch of smart boys. And what they're doing is they're creating a transparent aerogel, and this is a heat problem. So it has nothing to do with data centers, but this is just an aside here. Sorry, but the 40% of our matrix is heat, and that is harnessed today through economic natural gas. Okay, but that's a non-renewable resource. Of course, it's a lot less harmful than, say, burning bunker fuel, right? We need to do something about process heat. 60% of that process heat in the United States is less than 200 degrees C, which with technology that we are developing on that side, which is to add an aerogel, a transparent aerogel, more clear than glass and more insulating than air behind the glazing of a flat plate collector. And if you can do that, you can then build a very robust process heat technology that on a platform that's more than 40 years old, which allows you to tackle heat under 200 C, which is 60% of it. Okay, so
So
everybody likes the cement, high heat, complicated, but actually most of it is just there at arm's reach. And so that's what we won the American Solar Prize. We brought the concept of that collector, but the world is not ready to deal with process heat, unfortunately. I mean, people have, there's all sorts of ideas of how to do it. The big boom and the big energy demand is in electrification, and more specifically the now data. So the manufacturing of intelligence. I mean, and that's the absolute race. Just to put a little bit in perspective, at our current efficiency rate of producing artificial thinking, okay, and we're far away from real thinking, but just for simple, that's what, just call it that, is 20,000 times less efficient than what your brain does. So if we are already consuming 5 Earths to support our current cerebral capacity as a species. Okay, now imagine if we amplify that consumption by 20,000 times. We would need 100,000 planets. We got to figure out a different way. We got to figure out a scale that works.